Okay, well, I hope this is recording, no problem. We're recording, right? Yeah, we are. Okay, fantastic. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, HyperBiker. Beautiful Friday afternoon. Decided to take the bike out for another rip before it gets way too cold and I start complaining about my nuts sticking to each other. Let's go ahead and start this puppy up. Whew. Struggled a little bit there. It is a little low on gas, so figured we can go for a quick little rip to the gas station. Get some fluids up in this bick. Oh my gosh, that is really loud. Okay, let's go for a little rip. I think a bee just flew into my frickin' helmet. That's fantastic. We are on gravel roads, so I'm gonna take my sweet time. Don't fall, you frickin' bitch. Okay, this is where it gets really scary. Please hold.
One eternity later.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Just gonna eat shit on YouTube, man, you right? Yeah, this bike is really noisy. I haven't really given a full video describing my thoughts about this Delcovic exhaust. It is very loud. There are no performance gains from the looks of it, after installing a flash tune for my Power Commander 5, setting it up for the full exhaust and intake and all that, doesn't really seem to be giving it that much more difference of power. I feel like I've sacrificed a lot of mid-range power for more top-end power, so wow. It is a beautiful day. I don't really have much planned other than to watch Borat. The newest Borat is coming out today. I'm pretty pumped to see that. Well.
Wow, is it very nice?
All good, all good. I love the burble. It feels a lot quicker in the cold, that's for sure. Riding this thing back on the humid days, my gosh, I had no response at all. But now that it's a little cooler out, you definitely feel it. Look at all the motorcycles out today, eh? Isn't that so refreshing to see? Wow, that felt amazing. You know what's crazy is I wasn't exactly fully pinned either. I was just 3/4 throttle near the end there, just holding it. What an exhilarating feeling, man, having a crotch rocket. So let me tell you guys a bit about how I got into motorcycles, because I think that'll be a very interesting topic to talk about for today's video. Since we have battery life on my camera, we can talk a bit. So I think it was about 23 years old, and 22 years old, right? Because 5, 2... No, what the fuck?
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yeah, I was 22 years old. Man, I struggle. I have really bad memory lately, and I think it's all that pot I'd be smoking, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Look at that view. Wow. 22 years old, My brother was really into motorcycles already growing up, so he was already trying to get me amped up about getting onto two wheels. And he had gotten a CBR 600 RR. He bought a couple of other really cool bikes. So yeah, he got into motorcycles a lot earlier than I did. And pretty much, I remember sitting on one of his motorcycles. He had a VFR 800 Honda, I believe. I sat on this thing and I was like, damn, I really like this feeling of two wheels. It's a different sensation. I grew up liking cars, okay? Cars were everything for me. And when I sat on those two wheels, I was like, wow, this is different. This is a breath of fresh air. You can't even compare a motorcycle sensation compared to how it feels like to drive a car that's, you know, really cool or sporty or whatever. It's just two completely different worlds. And so I said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to register for a course and I'm going to learn how to ride. I've never rode a bike before. So I hopped onto this course. I rode a little 125 CBR, learned how to ride. It was amazing. Every speed that I was, you know, hitting on that course, 25 kilometers an hour, 30 kilometers an hour, 40 kilometers an hour, it felt really fast on the bike. And I enjoyed that, because when you're driving something that's bigger, you don't feel, you know, oh yeah, I'm going really fast. It doesn't always feel that way, depending on the car, right? So I felt like I was in control. I really enjoyed everything about it. You know, I felt free. All my issues just completely vanished. I can breathe a bit. When I got into this motorcycle course, I was really eager to start riding, right? And essentially, I was just like, man, I need to find myself a little bike to ride. Well, what would I get? And so I, you know, browsed the market and I found this mint red 2008 Kawasaki Ninja 250R. And that was a great motorcycle for me because it was so affordable, it was easy to work on, it was cheap on insurance, and it was a good looking bike. It looked like a crotch rocket, man. A lot of people would pull up next to me on their bikes and they're like, is that a 600? I'm like, yeah. But it was very slow. But at the same time, I still got that sensation of a go-kart. I loved it. I loved that feeling. And so I kept riding this thing. I had it for about 2.5 years or 3 years almost. And then my brother had this bike at the time. And then he told me, you know what? I'm not able to ride as much anymore. Why don't you take it for a bit? I said, seriously? He's like, yeah. Man, I got this bike. I sold a 250. I started riding. It's been about 5 years, guys. I've been riding my motorcycles. And it's been quite the thrill. I love everything about it. The only thing that kind of sketches me out, though, lately is all the stupid idiots on the road these days. And that's partly why I feel skeptical about getting on the bike in the first place, to go for a little simple joyride. You know, there's a lot of idiots out there, and I don't know, I kind of freak out. You know, there's a lot of incidents that have been happening. Accidents, fatal accidents specifically, have been happening from careless drivers, and I don't feel safe, you know. I need to get gas. Hurry up. But yeah, I would love to upgrade my my motorcycle in a couple of in a few months for sure. Maybe get a 600 sport bike or something like that. But insurance has just been awful for where I live. Insurance rates have gone up quite drastically, especially this year. There's been a lot of bad accidents around where I live. It is kind of unfortunate. So I don't know if I'll get onto a sport bike or another sport touring bike, but we'll see. But for now, I mean, this bike is lovely for me. I very much enjoy this bike a lot. It's an absolute thrill. I mean, this Ninja 650R offers so much. You have comfort, you have reliability, you have good gas mileage. It's a good looking bike. It's, you know, cheap on insurance. It's quick for what it is. Like, it's very torquey. Yo, that Accord was beautiful. Did you guys see that? Wow. Why the fuck did I decide to go through here? I knew there was construction here. Tabarnak. Esticoles. Oh, I love those crackles and pops. For the last week of October, it's 22 degrees Celsius. Wow. Fascinating. Dazzling. Charming, baby. I feel like kicking over one of these pylons. Like one of these. Can't do that. That's disrespect. Whoa, that was a neutral? I'm actually curious to know, how many of you guys actually own motorcycles or ride motorcycles on my channel? You know, those who watch and shit. I want to get a consensus of how many people actually ride motorcycles. cut me off, asshole. Fucking nah.